Alright, and we are live. Good evening po sa inyong lahat mga kaguro. And of course, welcome back to Gurong Pinoy. No, wala palang sounds tayo kanina. Dapat pala naka-live din ako para lumabas yung live, no, yung music dito po sa aking laptop. Pasensya naman po. Pero na-post na po natin kanina yung ating theme song, no, nagawa po ng isa nating kaguro. Member po siya ng Team Skinner, that's Ma'am Angelica Alves. So maraming salamat po for that very touching and very inspiring na song, no, that's for all of our kaguro na nandyan po sa iba't ibang bahagi, hindi lamang ng Pilipinas, kundi sa iba't ibang sulok po ng mundo. Of course, dalangin po natin na malapit na po maging licensed professional teachers, lahat ng members ng Team Skinner, no? Yung Let Babies natin from last Let, that is from September of this year. And of course, tonight naman, our Prof discussion is all part of our diagnostic test. And of course, this is in preparation for Let March of 2024. Ito naman po ay of course para sa ating Team Pavlov babies, no? Yung mga Let March 2024 na Let takers natin. And of course, sana po mag-share kayo, no? I-share niyo na po yung ating video. Do not forget to like, love, and of course, share our video. You may start a watch party. You may also tag your friends. And of course, share po our videos publicly para mamaya po ay meron kayong biyaya, no? Para mapabilang po kayo sa mga numerong nasa ating Magic Tambiolo. Okay? So again, meron po tayong biyaya sa mga public sharers ng ating live stream tonight. Again, this is professional education. This is part 3. We still have 2 parts after this. No? So right after our diagnostic test discussion, we are going to be announcing our top notchers for our diagnostic test. And of course, we know that top 1 would be receiving 10,000 pesos. Okay? So dito po, hindi lamang ikay nagre-review, ikaw lamang ay hindi or ikaw hindi lamang natututo, pero ikaw din po of course ay may chance na manalo sa ating mga papremyo. Okay? So that's Prof Ed part 3 na, no? Part 3 na po ng ating prophet tonight. But of course, before we start now with our discussion, very important announcement. Nagsimula na rin po yung ating refresher classes. This is in cooperation with Capstone College dyan po sa Hong Kong. And this, of course, is all for our OFWs in Hong Kong and in Macau. No? This is our hybrid Let Refresher Certificate Program, a training course specially designed for our education graduates of the old curriculum. And this, of course, covers the Professional Teachers Board's new curriculum. And of course, kagandahan po nito, meron pa po kayong certificates na mare-receive. Galing po yan sa Capstone College, one of the registered schools dyan po sa Hong Kong. No? So again, inaanyayahan po namin lahat ng mga OFW let takers natin, especially those who belong to the old curriculum, na mag-avail po ng ating hybrid Let Refresher Certificate Program with Capstone College. And so if you'd want to avail of this, if you are in Hong Kong, of course, good evening po. And ingat po kayo lahat dyan. But you can contact them through their WhatsApp. Andyan po yung number sa inyong screen right now. That's 644-30388. Or you may visit their office on the 3rd floor, Unit B, number 235, Wing Lock Street, Chongwan. Okay, so that's in Hong Kong. No? So again, we've already started our classes last weekend. We have our Saturdays group, and of course, we also have our Sundays group. Okay lang po kung kayo hahabol pa because of course, andyan po lahat ng materials. So po pwede po kayong humabol. Alright? So again, just contact our partner in Hong Kong, that's Capstone College. Okay, Prof Ed discussion part 3. No? Before we go with our discussion, of course, let us all have our opening prayers. So samahan niyo po ako mga kaguro. Dear Lord, I come to you to ask for your guidance and direction in this study session. I ask that the Holy Spirit fill me with strength, creativity, and understanding to get through my studies without difficulty or sin. Help me hold my focus and attention. Help me to retain all that I learned. Please make my mind sharp and keep distractions at bay. If any part of my studying is weak or lacking in some way, let it be revealed so that I may correct it. Thank you for this opportunity to learn. Amen. All right, this is your professional education discussion with me, Coach Mek, of course, of Gurong Pinoy. Please do like, love, and of course, publicly share our video. Start a watch party, tag your friends. You can also send your stars no, on Facebook Live or Super Chat, Super Secrets naman po dyan sa ating YouTube channel. Let us all start with question number 1. But before I forget, no, make sure that you are involved and that you are participating. Again nga po sa ating experience, those who are actively participating, those who are involved in our discussions are those who pass and also top the let. Okay, so do not forget to comment your answers na kasama po yung item number and of course the letter of your choice. Let us all start with question number 1. The Philippine Association for Teacher and Educators, or PAFTE, proposed a new curriculum for teacher education to make graduates of teacher education more globally competitive. This may be classified as, what type of curriculum is this? Would this be letter A, supported curriculum, letter B, hidden curriculum, letter C, recommended curriculum, or letter D, assessed curriculum? What do you think is the right choice? Number 1, I see a lot of letter C's. Good evening from Marihatag, Surigao del Sur. Hindi ko lamang po nakikita yung inyong name, Facebook user. So again, please make sure that you have allowed StreamYard whenever we go live. Click that link, no, allowing StreamYard so that I can see your name sa ating pong comment. Okay, good evening po sa inyong lahat. Letter C, ang nakikita kong sagot ng taong bayan para sa question number 1. Nagkakaisa, no? Medyo kabisado nyo na lahat ng klase ng ating curriculum. Okay, tumpak kaya ang letter C for question number 1? Alright, so again, ang PAFTE daw ay merong na-propose no, na bagong curriculum. And so the question is, what type of curriculum is this? No? So I can see a lot of letter C sa ating comment box. And of course, this is letter C. Tumpak, yehey! Lahat ng mga sumagot ng letter C, this is your recommended curriculum. Now, what are the different types of curriculum that we have? You have all the rest of the types here, no? As you can see in your screen. Dapat by now, alam nyo na to, no? You don't need to memorize. Kailangan lamang po intindihin natin kung ano nga ba yung pagkakaiba ng iba't ibang klase ng ating curriculum, no? So the first one that you have here, this was our answer, our letter C, is recommended curriculum. From the term itself, no, rekomendado, sinabi or pinropose ng scholars or ng ating mga organizations. So sa ating pong question kanina, PAFTE, yung nag-propose, di ba? So a lot of us are very familiar with the term or with the acronyms PAFTE. No? This is a very well-known teacher education organization dito po sa Pilipinas. Okay, so if the scholars and the organizations would propose a certain type of curriculum, of course, that will be termed recommended, no? Rekomendado ng eksperto. Kumbaga, that's recommended curriculum. You have two types here that are actually opposite. No? The second type that you have here is a written curriculum. From the term written, nakasulat talaga siya, di ba? So, nandyan sa kontrata, kumbaga, nakasaad. No? So, this is also known as overt or explicit. Talagang nakasaad. Makikita mo sa mga dokumento ng inyo pong school. No? So, stated in school documents, also known as overt or explicit curriculum. The opposite would be hidden curriculum. No? So pag sinabi mo pong hidden curriculum, this is not stated in the school documents, pero unintentionally, this is learned by the students. And so this is also known as your covert curriculum. Okay? Covert curriculum. Hindi siya nakasaad sa school documents mo, pero accidentally, pero unintentionally, ay nai-imbibe, nali-learn ng ating mga estudyante. Okay, so that's written and hidden curriculum. Now, two other curriculum that are also opposite, no, taught curriculum and learned curriculum. From the terms na meron tayo dito, very easy. Taught curriculum, kung ano mismo yung tinuturo ng ating mga guro. Taught curriculum, kung ano yung tinuturo ng mga guro. At learned curriculum naman, kung ano yung nale-learn talaga ng ating mga estudyante, no? What is actually learned by the students. So again, they are also opposites. Supported curriculum, ito yung may backup, kumbaga, no? So, backed by your resources, such as your textbooks and technologies, suportado ng mga materials na iyong ginagamit inside the classroom, no? Supported by your instructional materials, that will be your supported curriculum. And of course, assessed curriculum, from the term assess, this is the one that you test and you evaluate. Okay? So sana po ay klaro na yung iba't ibang klase ng curriculum na meron tayo. Kung ikaw po ay first timer, kung ikaw po ay newbie, no, okay lang po yan. Po pwede pong humabol. Basta mag double time, triple time po tayo. Kung medyo tayo na late na po, sa pagsali sa ating pong discussion. Okay? So again, our choice for number 1 is letter C, hidden curriculum. We go to question number 2. Teacher Mimi sees to it that she checks for understanding as she teaches to ensure that every student can follow the lesson. Okay, with what form of assessment is she occupied with? Would this be letter A, assessment of learning only? Letter B, assessment for learning only? Letter C, assessment as learning only? Or is it letter D, assessment for and as learning? What is our choice? Okay, sabi ni Ma'am Tess, letter B. Ma'am Jean, letter B. Sir Nikolai, letter B. Ma'am Christine, letter B. Ma'am Fredeline, letter B. Sir Joselito, letter B. Tumpak kaya sila or ligwakers kaya, no? Yung taong bayan. Ma'am Joyce Ann, letter B. Ma'am Jessica, letter B. Ma'am Alia, Ma'am Amy Rose, letter B. Okay, Rachel, Ma'am Maria Rachel, letter B. Sir Lester, letter B. Ang daming nag-letter B. Tumpak kaya. They are very confident with their answer. Sabi nila, letter B, no? So, tama kaya ang letter B. Balikan po natin yung ating question dito. Ang ating guro, si Teacher Mimi, would always see to it that she checks for understanding. Of course, when you say checking for understanding, she would stop and ask the students. Or maybe if she is not asking the students, she may also give some short activities, no, to gain or to gauge whether they have understood the concepts or not. Okay? So, bibigyan niya ng konting activities, po pwedeng exit task, po pwedeng small seat work, para lang makita niya kung naintindihan ba nila kung ano talaga yung mga pinagsasabi ko dito, no? Or useless ba? Wala bang kabuluhan, no? Yung mga sinasabi ko dito, no? Wala bang halaga yung aking effort, na waste ba yung effort ko dito, no? So with what form of assessment is she occupied with? And ang tumpak na choice po natin dito, of course, would be letter B. Meow, sabi ni Sir Eking Cat, no? Na-miss ko si Sir Eking Cat. BBB, sabi ni Sir Eking Cat, meow. Okay, that would be assessment for learning only. Assessment for learning. Okay, let's take a look at your slide. Okay, so when you say assessment for learning po, sabi dito ng ating slide, this occurs when teachers use inferences about students' progress to inform their teaching. And so we know na napakahalaga po ng ating assessment for learning. Yung isa niyo pong hint dito, this is assessment for learning or formative assessment. Formative assessment. Okay? So, when you say formative assessment, ito po yung ginagamit nating mga guro para ma-check yung progress, no? Checking for understanding ng ating mga estudyante, and at the same time, nagiging guide din po natin yung ating pong formative assessment, no? How does it become a guide? It would tell us whether we should go back to the previous topic, magre-reteach ba ako? Or are they already, no? Are they ready to go further, no? Are they ready, or are we all ready to move to the next topic? Okay, so that would be assessment for learning or formative assessment. It is done during instruction, di ba? During instruction. Formative assessment, assessment for learning, done during instruction, done for the checking of understanding of your students, and it also guides you as a teacher, no, in making your decisions. All right? Now, assessment of learning naman po, sabi dito, occurs when teachers use evidence of student learning to make judgments on student achievement against goals and standards. And so your assessment of learning is done after instruction. Ito po yung tinatawag mong summative assessment. Your big types of tests, your periodical tests, your quarter tests, your trimestral tests, no? So these are your bigger types of tests. They are checked, they are you're checking the achievement of your students based on your objectives, and of course this would also be evaluated, no? So tinitingnan mo, naging effective ba no yung aking teaching, the quality and quantity of teaching, epektibo ba no. So assessment of learning done after instruction, this is summative assessment, the bigger types of tests. And of course lastly, you have assessment as learning. Okay, so assessment as learning, your hit here is the letter S, no? Assessment as learning, this is done by the students. Okay, so it says here occurs when students reflect on and monitor their progress to inform their future learning goals. So kumbaga, your assessment as learning is self-reflection, di ba? Self-assessment by the students, done by the students. Now, this is their metacognition. They're learning about their learning or they're thinking about their thinking. Okay? So, again, sana po klaro na, assessment for learning is formative assessment done during instruction, done by the teacher to check for student understanding and also to decide whether to move on or to reteach. Assessment of learning is summative assessment done after instruction, okay? And assessment as learning is done by the students. This is reflection by the students. Their metacognition, they're thinking about their own thinking, they're learning about their own learning. All right, we move on with question number 3. A student gets a numerical grade of 80. What is his descriptor for his level of proficiency? This, of course, is under the K to 12. No? Is it letter A, very satisfactory, letter B, satisfactory, letter C, fairly satisfactory, or letter D, did not meet expectations? If you got a grade of 80, okay, what would be your descriptor according to your K to 12? I see letter B. Sabi ni Ma'am Mirasol, letter B. Ma'am Nitsma, letter B. Ma'am Cheryl, letter B. Ma'am Joy, Ma'am Zaira, Ma'am Julina, Sir Lowell, Sir Vaughn, Ma'am Arlene, Ma'am May. Okay, Ma'am Anna Rose, Ma'am Shill or Ma'am Shile. Okay, letter B, letter B. Ang nakikita kong choice ninyo. Okay, basahin ko lamang po one very positive feedback, no? Coming from Sir Marvin Hakumilia Oman. Miss Mek, because of your lectures, pumasa po ako sa board exam batch 2022 and take note, take 1 lang po with a very satisfying result, lalo na po sa Prof Ed. Thank you po talaga na marami. Sana marami pa kayong ma-inspire at matulungan. Very good, no? Congratulations. Isa sa ating mga LPTs, of course. Isa sa mga thousands of our LPTs, Sir Marvin Oman, LPT. Okay? So, congratulations po. And of course, malapit na ring madagdagan yung ating mga LPTs. Okay, letter B. Letter B. Ang nakikita kong choice niyo, sabi ni Ma'am Camille, Ma'am Sheila, letter B. And ang tumpak na choice po natin dito would be letter B. Satisfactory, letter B, ang ating pong tumpak na choice. Now, meron po tayong mnemonics, no, sa inyong descriptor for level of proficiency. Your mnemonic here would be di fasa, very old. Pasintabi po sa mga medyo members ng ating Team Thunders, no? Di fasa, very old. Di is did not meet expectations. You have fairly satisfactory, satisfactory, very satisfactory, and of course you have outstanding. Okay, di fasa, very old. Your did not meet expectations would be below 75. So 74 or lower than 74. That means failing, di ba? Fairly satisfactory is from 75 to 79. Satisfactory is 80 to 84. Kaya po satisfactory yung ating sagot for number 3. Then you have very satisfactory, 85 to 89, and outstanding, no? Old there would stand for outstanding. That would be 90 to 100. Okay? And so, ang tumpak na choice again would be letter B. Ayan, basahin ko lang din po yung ibang mga comments dito para po kayo'y ma-inspire na mag-aral mabuti, no? At hindi po sayang yung ating mga pinag-aaralan dito. Thank you, Coach. I got 91 in my Prof Ed October 2022 takers here, no? So, karamihan sa ating Gurong Pinoy Passers, of course, matataas po talaga yung Prof Ed because of course, maning-mani yung Prof Ed dito, no? Hasain ko po kayo. Ipapakain ko po sa inyo yung Prof Ed hanggang sa kayo po'y magsawa at magsuka na. Parang second nature nyo na po yung Prof Ed. Okay? So, that's coming from Sir Janjan Beldad Del Villar. Congratulations. Ayan pa, no? Thanks po, Miss Mek. Dahil po sa iyo, nakapasa po ako nung March 2023 LET examination. Kahit naabutan po kami ng new curriculum, maraming salamat po. Sana marami po kayong matulungan sa, sabi po yan ni Sir Jeril Villarosa. Congratulations po, sir. Parang mukhang mga lalaki yung ating mga commenters. Alright? So, lahat tayo papasa at magiging LPTs. Sabi ni Ma'am Angelica A. Alves, yung, of course, no, yung gumawa po ng ating kanta. Napakagandang kanta. Okay? And so, tumpak na choice again here would be letter B, satisfactory for number 3. We go to number 4. What is the mean of this score distribution? 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Would it be letter A, 10.2, letter B, 7, letter C, 9.4, or letter D, 12? What's your choice? Okay, letter C. Number 4, I see letter C. Tama kaya ang letter C? Sabi ni Sir John Mark Baktot, letter C. Ma'am Amy Rose Aguirre, letter C. Ma'am Thea Karaan, letter C. Ma'am Andrea, letter C. Ma'am Vanessa Viernes, letter C. Okay, tama kaya ang letter C? 9.2, sabi ni Sir Marlo Loveria. 9.2 or 9.4? Okay, I see a lot of letter C's for question number 4. And this here is a very easy item. Diba? Hinahanap lamang po yung ating mean. And of course, you know that the mean is the average. No? The mean is the average. Again, as I have mentioned in our previous live streams, no, meron po tayong video on the mean, median, and mode. So, panoorin nyo po yan bago po kayo sumalang sa LET para po mas klaro sa inyo yung iba't ibang klase natin ng measures of central tendency as well as measures of variability. No? Lahat po ng videos natin sa ating pong YouTube channel, panoorin niyo po paulit-ulit, no? Mag-movie marathon. Yan po yung ginawa ng ating mga top-notchers. Okay, so here, very easy, we are just going to take the average. No? So average, of course, is done or is taken by adding all the scores, now getting their sum, and dividing that by the number of items. So sum divided by n, the number of items that you have. Okay? So therefore, we are going to just add up all the scores that you have divided by 5. Kasi nga, meron tayong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. Okay? So, getting the sum, that would be 47 divided by 5. Ang tumpak na choice, of course, would be letter C, 9.4. Okay? So, 9.4, sabi ni Sir Marlo Loveria. Tama po. Okay? So, 9.4 letter C for item number 4. We go to number 5. In order to lessen the likelihood of students disarranging chairs and to ensure there is no litter on the floors, Teacher Colleen makes sure the classroom is clean and orderly. What school of thought is exemplified? Letter A, behaviorism. Letter B, progressivism. Letter C, existentialism. Or letter D, reconstructionism. What is our choice? Huh? Kung ikaw po ay medyo newbie, medyo bago-bago, medyo masakit pa yung ulo mo, it comes with the different isms of education. Meron din po tayong video on the isms of education. May video tayo on the pillars of education, curriculum development. Meron po tayong 3 videos. No? So again, puntahan po lahat ng ating videos sa ating YouTube channel para po mas malinaw lahat po ng inyong dapat pag-aralan. Okay, number 5A. Letter A, ang nakikita kong sagot ng taong bayan. No? So, meron kang isang teacher, si Teacher Colleen, and she makes sure that the classroom is clean and orderly, no? Para walang nag-disarrange ng chairs, walang litter sa floors, no? So, walang kalat, walang basura sa kanyang floor, no? Sa kanyang sahig. So what school of thought is exemplified here? Ang tumpak na choice, of course, here would be letter A. That would be behaviorism. Okay, behaviorism. Ang ating pong tumpak na choice, let's take a look at the different isms of education that we have here. No? So, unahin muna natin itong essentialism, di ba? When you say essentials, the essentials, like when you say, I have my beauty essentials, di ba? Kumbaga, kung ano yung kailangan, no? Kung ano yung necessary, yan po yung ibig sabihin ng essential. So when you are thinking of your school of thought or your ism as in essentialism, this is a very traditional method of teaching, and for them, you should only teach what is important. You should only teach what is essential. Wag nang dagdagan ng kung anik-anik pang mga palamuti or bulaklakin, no? Yung mga pabulaklak, no? Hindi na po yan kailangan. Sabi ng mga essentialismo, teach only what is necessary, teach only what is essential, teach only what is important. No? So here, again, as I mentioned, it's very traditional, and they were teaching the 3 R's or the 4 R's. Now, ano ba tong 4 R's natin? Reading, writing, arithmetic, and right conduct. Okay? So, reading, writing, arithmetic, and right conduct. Tapos baka sabihin nyo, hindi naman starting with the letter R yung writing, no? Ginawa lang po yung, kumbaga, hint, no? Para mas mabilis nating maalala. Okay? So, 4 R's, reading, writing, arithmetic, and right conduct, no? Arithmetic as in arithmetic and right conduct. As I've mentioned, it's very traditional. Bakit? Kasi naniniwala po sila that learning is one way. Walang na pag-aaralan or walang matututunan yung isang guro from their students. No? Yan po yung sinasabi ng essentialism. It is only the teacher who is the fountain of knowledge and the paragon of virtue. So attendance is checked, very rigorous, very strict, and there are long school days. Now think of Miss Minchin or think of Miss Tapia, no, when you are thinking about your essentialism. That's essentialism, no? Ang perennialism mo po, perennial means forever. Okay? So sana all my perennial. Sana all my forever, no? So bakit forever? Kasi para sa kanila, the true source of knowledge, no, or knowledge does not change. It is unchanging. It stays forever, no? And so they advocate, gusto po nilang tinuturo yung classics, yung mga lumang libro, no? Teaching using the great books. Kung ano yung mga naging effective during the time of Jose Rizal, effective during the time of your lolos, your lolas, effective pa rin until now. Yan po yung tenet, no? Yan po yung pinaniniwalaan ng ating mga perennialists, because perennial means forever. Okay? So, teaching using the great books, teaching the classics, knowledge is unchanging, and so you can use the same materials forever. Okay? That's perennialism. Existentialism, you exist. You are unique, okay? The student has freedom. The student has a choice. The student has autonomy. Pero kabalikat po ng freedom na yan, the student should also be responsible for whatever the results of that freedom or that choice may be, no? So yan po yung sabi ng mga existentialist natin. Bigyan mo ng kalayaan yung isang bata. Bigyan mo ng kalayaan yung isang estudyante na dapat meron siyang freedom, may choice, may autonomy, pero he should also be answerable, no, kung ano man yung mangyari sa kanya dahil sa kanyang choice. Okay? So that's existentialism. One branch, no, or isang produkto ng existentialism sa ating pong pag-aaral, of course, would be the different electives that we have. Diba? Meron po tayong mga electives. You can choose whatever electives you'd want to take during your college years. No? So branch out po yan from your existentialist. Social reconstructionism from the terms, no? You reconstruct society. Their focus is the social problem that we have. No? Focus are the social problems, and they'd want to improve the society for a better one. Okay, so that's social reconstructionism. Some products of social reconstructionism sa ating pong curriculum would be the NSTP, di ba? We would go to these outreach activities to help our community. For example, to solve the social problems. That would be part of your social reconstructionism. Hedonism, this is the pursuit of pleasure. Okay, so pursuit of pleasure. They believe in YOLO. You only live once. So okay lang, no, bahala na bukas, bahala na si Batman. Basta mag-e-enjoy po ako ngayon. Yan po yung ibig sabihin ng hedonism. Okay? So the pursuit of pleasure. Progressivism, progressive. No, when you say progressive, this would be your modern day methods of teaching. Okay, so you have your flipped classroom. When you say flipped classroom, hindi na expert on stage yung teacher. Hindi na boka ng boka yung teacher hanggang sa nawawala na yung boses ng teacher. The teacher then becomes just a facilitator. No? Sa ating pong progressivist point of view, dapat po ang teachers would only be facilitators. All the work would be done by the students. Okay, that's your flipped classroom. Individualism is also believed, no, sa individual differences, yung paniniwala na dapat iba-iba yung atake natin sa isang konsepto, dapat iba-iba yung klase ng test na ibibigay natin. That is together nor under pushes a progressivist point of view because they believe in individual differences. Learning is three-way. Hindi lamang teachers yung nakakapagbibigay ng kaalaman inside the classroom. The teacher can also learn from the student and the students can also learn from each other. Multiple intelligences are also believed. No? So before progressivism, people would believe na yung mga matatalino ay yung mga magagaling lamang magsalita. Kapag ka ikaw hindi marunong magsalita, kapag ka ikaw ay may stage fright, for example, then hindi ka na matalino. No? Yan po yung belief nila before. But now we know that there are several types of intelligences. Now that's multiple intelligences under progressivists. And of course, inclusive education. Everyone should be educated as a teacher dahil nga meron kang individual differences. Yung mga estudyante mo are all individuals, are all unique. Some of them are gifted, some of them are fast learners, others may be slow learners. No? So dapat po included silang lahat sa iyong activities. Iiba-ibahin mo yung inyong approach, di ba? So everyone should be included, even those with special needs. All right? Behaviorism, ito kanina yung ating choice, di ba? So observation, imitation, your social learning theory is advocated by your behaviorists. Rewards and punishments, di ba? Yung inyong conditioning, under din po yan sa behaviorism. Routines are very important. When you say routines, how do you do your daily tasks inside the classroom? How would you check the attendance? How would you allow your students to go out of the classroom? How would you pass the papers? How would you collect the papers? So these are all routines. These are all part of your behaviorisms, behaviorist approach. No? And of course, the environment plays a very important role. You remember si John Watson, yung father of behaviorism nyo, nagsabi siya na you can give me 1,000 of kids and I can turn them into whatever it is that I want them to be. No? Po pwede gawin ko siyang doktor, gawin ko siyang guro, gawin ko siyang lawyer, gawin ko siyang policeman. I can even make someone a criminal. Depende sa pag-shape ko sa kanyang environment. No? So that's part of your behaviorism. Kanina po, behaviorism yon because we were pertaining to the classroom setup. Okay? Kaya behaviorism po yung ating sagot. And utilitarianism, okay? Ano po, ganun din sa akin, mahina ang signal kung nasaan. Okay, mahina yung signal. Kapit lamang po. Utilitarianism, ito naman ang paniniwala that the greater good is above an individual's good. No? The more, the merrier. The more people would become happy with this choice, then you choose this choice. No? Ito po yung pipiliin mo kapag feeling mo ay mas maraming tao yung liligaya. That's utilitarianism. The more people are happy, the better. Okay? So, sana po naintindihan. Po pwede naman pong balikan later. No? Meron din po tayong isms of education sa ating YouTube channel. So please do visit that. No? Meron pang ibang isms na hindi na include dito sa ating slide. Po pwede nyo pong panoorin later sa ating YouTube channel. Okay? And so, the tumpak na choice again is behaviorism. Sabi ni Sir Chris Santo Quiliope, dati di ko maintindihan ng mga isms. Ngayon, dahil sa panonood ng mga lecture, mas lalo kong naintindihan. Salamat, Gurong Pinoy. Okay. Congratulations and of course, thank you po sa ating positive comment. Okay, sabi pa ni Sir Anton TV, isa sa ating mga LPT. Sa lahat po ng member ng Gurong Pinoy, nasa tamang review center po kayo. Thank you, Sir Anton TV, LPT. Alright, we go to number 6. Teacher Ricky asks students to break down, critically examine, interpret, and investigate a concept or problem. This demonstrates what kind of learning. Letter A, application. Letter B, synthesis. Letter C, analysis. Or letter D, evaluation. What is our choice? Assalamualaikum, of course, sa lahat ng ating mga Muslim brothers and sisters. Binabati ko po kayong lahat. Good evening po. Good evening, of course, sa mga Kristiyano nating brothers, iba-ibang sects no, ng Christianity. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. It might be morning naman sa iba nating mga estudyante sa ibang panig ng mundo. Good morning, good afternoon sa mga taga Middle East. Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Ingat po tayong lahat, especially sa ating mga OFWs. Alright, number 6, letter C. Clue is breakdown. Okay, may mga pa-clue na kayo, alam nyo na, di ba? Critically examine, interpret, investigate, okay? Breakdown, yan yung sinasabi yung pinaka-importanting clue, no? So, hihimay-himayin mo yung isang konsepto, hinihimay-himay mo yung isang problema. And so, this demonstrates what kind of learning. Ang tumpak na choice, of course, would be letter C. Tama po kayo. Analysis ang ating tumpak na choice, okay? So, if you have this from tips, UARC.edu, no? You have Bloom's taxonomy. This is the new version, a version na po ni Anderson, na estudyante ni Bloom. Sabi nga, no? Remember, understand, apply. These are all under the lower order thinking skills, no? Or your LOTS. And of course, the 3 higher levels would all be part of your HOTS. So analyze, evaluate, and create, no? Are all parts of your HOTS. Remember, create is now the highest and not evaluate. Okay? So, create na po yung pinaka nasa taas, no? Nasa tuktok ng ating Bloom's taxonomy. Okay, so again, when you say breaking down information into the different component parts, this would be called analysis. So remember, it's very easy. This is just simple recall, understanding, you understand the concept, and so you can explain using your own words, no? Apply when whatever it is that you've learned inside the classroom, you can use in your daily life. We've already talked about analysis. Now, evaluate is when you make judgments, you critique, you debate, no, you defend a certain information or a certain idea. And of course, creation or create is when you combine the different parts to make a new whole. Very important na bago po yung inyong kine-create, hindi lamang po gaya-gaya. Okay? So, creating is at the highest part now. But letter C for number 7, ang ating pong tumpak na choice. Sino? Meron na napapagod tumawa. Sino pong tumatawa? Okay, so again, letter C for question number 6. We go to number 7. The concept of self-efficacy was introduced by letter A, Carl Rogers, letter B, Albert Bandura, letter C, Sigmund Freud, or letter D, Howard Gardner. Who is our choice? Ayan, si Ma'am Jelly Francisco, nabulag sa breakdown. Okay, remember, kung kailangan nyo po ng salamin, salamin po muna kayo, no? Magpalagay po muna kayo ng salamin bago kayo mag-take ng LEP, no? Para po tayo hindi nabubulag. Okay, bawal pong mabulag when you take the licensure examination for teachers. Okay, letter B. Karaming choice niyo, letter B. Tama kaya ang letter B? Letter B, Albert Bandura. Self-efficacy. Okay, self-efficacy, of course, was introduced by... Okay, correct choice here, of course, would be letter B. Albert Bandura, no? So, tumpak po yan, Albert Bandura, the same person who gave us a social learning theory, di ba? Learning by observation and imitation. So, ayon pa kay Bandura, para magkaroon po ng self-efficacy yung isang tao. When you say self-efficacy po kasi, ikaw lang sapat na, di ba? Ang ganda. Ikaw lang sapat na, no? Sarili mo lamang yung meron ka, sapat na. Hindi mo na kailangan ng kasama sa buhay, hindi mo na kailangan ng kabiyak, ng jowa para ikaw ay maging buo. Sabi kasi ni Albert Bandura, ikaw lang sapat na. Self-efficacy. Okay? So dapat ikaw ay pwedeng tumayo sa sarili mong paa kahit na ikaw ay mag-isa. At ayon po kay Albert Bandura, merong 5 aspeto na makakatulong sa atin para po tayo maging sapat kahit na tayo mag-isa, di ba? There are several factors so that you can attain self-efficacy. Unang-una, no, performance experience. Ayon sa inyong past experience, habang ikaw ay naliligwak, di ba? Dito sa Gurong Pinoy, palagi natin sinasabi, habang ikaw ay naliligwak, natututo kayo, di ba? Kahit naligwak, yehey lang, no? Kasi sa bandang huli, makakapagtumpak ka rin po, especially when you take the let, no? Kahit dito, palagi kang ligwak, okay lang po yan. Nakita niyo naman sa ating mga pinopost, meron po tayong mga top-notchers na ligwakers din dati, nasa 50 plus lang yung scores nila sa quizzes. Ngayon, or when the results came out, top-notcher, di ba? So, ayon sa ating past experiences, from our past performance, we can learn from all the mistakes that we have committed, no? Sana lang na nakaka-learn tayo, no? Wag lamang po tayong martir, wag lamang po tayong syusyunga-syunga, no? So dapat we learn from our mistakes. Next one, vicarious experience. When you say vicarious experience, this is not directly your own experience. Experience po ito ng ibang tao, no? And you learn from their experience. You learn from another person's mistakes, no? So here, your observed experiences or by the modeling of other people, no? So kapag ka nakikita mo naliligwak yung isang tao, or kapag ka nakikita mo nasasaktan yung isang tao, yung best friend mo, for example, na palaging nasasaktan dahil sa pag-ibig, kahit ikaw natututo na rin, kahit ikaw careful na din, no, sa pagpili mo ng taong iyong mamahalin. Okay? Social persuasion. This is done by coaching and by feedbacking, by pep talk, di ba? By persuasion. Kapag ka ikaw ay sinasabihan, kaya mo yan, go lang ng go, laban ng girl, no? Go for gold, girl, kaya mo yan, di ba? That's social persuasion. Someone is coaching you, someone is giving you feedback, someone is persuading you and encouraging you. Kahit dito sa atin sa Gurong Pinoy, yan po yung ating ginagawa, no? We are coaching you, we are giving you feedback. Imaginal experience, this one naman would be your visualizations of future success. Now, this is #manifest. Okay, so you have to imagine how you would feel once you have seen your name in the pastor's list. Ano kaya yung mga mararamdaman ko, no, kapag nakita ko yung aking pangalan sa pastor's list? So you have to manifest it. You have to visualize it. No? Yan po yung ibig sabihin ng inyong imaginal experience. And of course, lastly, you also have your physical and emotional states. Experience of physical and emotional sensations. Ito naman feelings, no? Lahat ng nararamdaman mo, physical pain or emotional pain, maaring psychological pain, no? Sa lahat ng inyong sensations na nararamdaman, kahit hindi pain, no? Maaring happiness. Okay? So lahat ng nararamdaman mo, that would contribute to you obtaining or to having self-efficacy. So kapag tayo po ay may mga anak, pwede po natin i-apply ito, di ba? So give them a chance to be successful para magkaroon sila ng magandang performance experience. Let them learn from your own mistakes. Now you can explain, see, because I did this happened to me. No? Social persuasion, very important. If you are parent or if you're a tita, tito, po pwede, ninong, ninang, po pwede, or if you're a teacher, no? So you have to coach them. You have to give them feedback. You have to give them pep talks. Imaginal experience, teach them to manifest success. Teach them that it is possible for them to be successful. And of course, give them positive emotions, okay? Make them feel loved, make them feel secured, make them feel that they belong, no? That they are appreciated, okay? So that's self-efficacy by Albert Bandura. Now, what about the rest of your choices? Hi, Sir Kennard Lacambra. Sabi ni Sir Kennard, nakakamiss talaga boses ng Coach Mek. LPT Pastor last March, sa awat tulong ng Diyos at sa tulong ng Gurong Pinoy. Good evening po. Okay, now what about the rest of our choices? So, Carl Rogers, siya po yung nagbigay sa atin ng person-centered therapy. Kumbaga, before Carl Rogers, yung mga therapist natin ay nagmamando, no? Yung mga therapist natin were in command. They would tell their patients, kailangan ito yung gagawin mo, no? Hindi mo dapat gawin yan. Wag mo na siyang kausapin, masasaktan ka lamang. Dapat i-delete mo siya, i-block mo siya sa Facebook, kunwari, no? Yan yung sasabihin sa iyo ng inyong therapist. But through Carl Rogers' this person-centered therapy, ginaguide lamang niya yung person. No? He would not give commands. Okay? So, he would let the person decide. No? So, ano ba yung gusto mo? Ano ba yung nararamdaman mo? So, ano sa tingin mo yung makakatulong sa'yo? Okay? So, that's person-centered therapy by Carl Rogers. Sigmund Freud, of course, isa sa mga pinaka-importante at pinakatanyag nating psychologists, di ba? So, he gave us the psychosexual theory, OA palagi, no, your oral, anal, phallic, latency, and genital, di ba? Sabi ni Sigmund Freud, sa iba't ibang stages ng tao, no, habang yung tao ay nagde-develop, yung bata ay nagde-develop, merong iba't ibang bahagi ng katawan na nakakapag-satisfy or nakakapagpa-happy, no, sa bata. No? He'd call this the erogenous zone. No? That's according to his psychosexual theory. So, oral stage, makakapagbigay ng satisfaction would be the mouth, di ba? Anal stage, the bladder control, no, bowel movement, yan, no, bowel control or toilet training po pwede na po dyan sa anal stage. Phallic would mean phallus or ari, no? So in this stage, yung bata po ay nag-e-explore, no? So sometimes you'd see the child touching himself or touching herself, hindi po dahil may kakaiba sa bata or hindi po dahil sinapian yung bata, pero dahil po curious yung bata. No? So, the child is beginning to understand himself, beginning to understand or to know the different parts of his body. No? That's your phallic stage. And of course, under the phallic stage din po, very common sa ating pong licensure exam for teachers are your terms, Oedipal complex and Electra complex. Magkabaliktad po sila. Pag sinabi mo pong Electra complex, yung batang babae ay nagko-compete sa nanay for the attention of the father. But when you say Oedipal complex, Oedipus, no, yung batang lalaki ay nagko-compete sa tatay for the attention of the mother. No? So that's under the phallic stage. Now, latency, when you say latent po or latent, no, that means stagnant. Okay? So walang ganap. Sabi ni Freud, no, during that time, wala pong ganap yung bata, walang sexual urges yung bata, napaka-boring. Sabi ni Sigmund Freud, no, napaka-boring ng bata sa stage na yan, sa latent stage or latency. Bakit walang sexual urges yung bata? Dahil yung bata po ay nasa school, no? The child is very busy with schoolwork, okay? So that's during the latent stage. Wala po siyang erogenous zone. And of course, the last stage here is genital, no? Genital stage. This is also called your sexual awakening. Parehas po siya ng phallic, no? So, nagtatouch-touch yung bata sa phallic stage mo. Sa genital stage naman po, the child or the person has already found a sexual partner. Okay? So, meron na siyang sexual partner. He would explore, but now not just with himself, but also with a partner. Okay? So, that's the different stages. So, those are the different stages of your psychosexual theory according to Sigmund Freud. Psychoanalysis, galing din po ito kay Freud na yung id, ego, superego. So sabi ni Freud, there are three factors or there are three parts of a person's psyche. Okay, or a person's personality. No? So you have the id, the ego, and the superego. The id and the superego are extremes. Your id is your animalistic side, no? Your sexual urges, your libido, your hunger, your thirst, no? Your animalistic side. That's your id. Your superego is the moralistic side, no? Ito yung kapitapitagan mong side as a person. And the ego, this is the reality. Okay, so this is your real self, and this is the balance, this is the compromise between the id and the superego. And of course, you have Howard Gardner. Si Howard Gardner naman po, he advocated or he gave us multiple intelligences, as I've mentioned kanina. No? Now we know na hindi lamang yung mga magagaling magsalita, yung matatalino, because we have several types of intelligences. According to Howard Gardner nga, merong siyam na iba't ibang klase ng intelligences. Some people are word smart, no? Your linguists, no? Linguistic. Some people are math smart or number smart, di ba? Your logical, mathematical naman sila. Meron kang naturalistic, your fur parents, your plantitos, plantitas. Meron kang musical intelligent, di ba? Meron kang spatial intelligent, meron kang people smart and meron kang self-smart, di ba? Yung intrapersonal and interpersonal, okay? So, iba't ibang klase po ng intelligences meron tayo according to Howard Gardner. But of course, for number 7, letter B, ang ating pong tumpak na choice. We go to number 8. What educational philosophy should a teacher emphasize if he wants his students to develop self-responsibility and accountability? Ayan. Self-responsibility and accountability. I mentioned this a while ago. Letter A, essentialist. Letter B, utilitarianist. Letter C, existentialist. Or letter D, constructivist. What is our choice? Okay, what do you think is the right choice for item number 8? Okay, number 8, ICCs. Letter C. Tumpak kaya ang letter C for number 8, existentialist, no? Your hints, of course, would be responsible, accountable, no? So they have the freedom, the choice, autonomy, but they have to be responsible for whatever the effects, no, of such freedom would give, okay? And so that the right choice, of course, would be letter C. Existentialist po ang ating tumpak na choice. We've talked about essentialist kanina, utilitarianist, tapos na po ito. Constructivist, no? Your social reconstructivism. Meron ka din pong constructivism. When you say constructivism, do not give the child the meaning or the definition of a word, but instead, bigyan mo po yung bata ng different activities so that the child can form his own meaning of that word. Okay? So that's constructivist approach. Let the child make his own meaning. Okay? So that's letter D. But letter C po, ang ating hinahanap na choice dito. We go to number 9. A mother gives her son his favorite snack every time the boy cleans his room. Afterward, the boy cleans his room every day in anticipation of the snack. Which theory is illustrated? Letter A, associative learning. Letter B, classical conditioning. Letter C, operant conditioning. Or letter D, modeling. What is our choice? Ayan, ang bilis nila. Number 9, letter C. Number 9, letter C. Tama kaya? Operant conditioning for number 9? Okay, is it really letter C for number 9? No? So you have a mother. Ang mother po ay nagbibigay ng reward, no? Every time the child or the boy cleans his room, your favorite snack there would be a form of reward. No? So afterward, the boy cleans his room every day para makakuha ng snack. Now, of course, this would be your reward. And so this is letter C, operant conditioning by B.F. Skinner. Tama po yan. No? So when you say associative learning, no, this is learning about the relationship between two separate stimuli, no? Meron kang dalawang stimuli and you learn to associate. You learn the relationship between these two separate stimuli. Actually, yung associative learning mo is a bigger term, no? And umbrella term siya. Kumbaga, under sa associative learning yung inyong classical conditioning and operant conditioning, no? So conditioning pa rin naman yung associative learning mo. Your stimulus and your responses. Your classical conditioning, of course, you have phobia, trauma, discrimination, generalization. Now, those would fall under your classical conditioning by Ivan Pavlov. You remember, no? So, every time you see phobia, trauma in your LET, no? Your answer will be classical conditioning by Pavlov. Discrimination and generalization, nalabasin po yan sa inyong exam. Discrimination is when the person knows how to discriminate between two stimuli. No? Paano ba yung magiging reaction ko kapag makakita ako ng aso na pagala-gala or asong ulol, no? Or asong stray, no? Asong kalye, askal. Or paano naman ba yung aking reaksyon kapag nakakita ako ng napaka-cute na dog or dog na nakatali or dog na nasa pen. No? So, different yung reactions mo. That would be discrimination. Generalization, pare-parehas lamang po yung inyong reaction. Okay? So, kahit anong klase ng aso, pare-parehas yung inyong pong reaction. That's generalization. And of course, modeling is learning by observation and imitation. So, we have to be careful whenever we are around very young kids. They are very good imitators, di ba? So, we have to be role model, no? Sa ating po mga maliliit na junakis. Remember, actions, no, or values are caught, not taught. kahit na anong chika mo, kung hindi mo fina-follow yung chika mo, ang inyong mga pangaral, kung ano po yung inyong ginagawa, yun po yung kanilang kokopyahin. Okay? So that's modeling. All right, we go to number 10. Setting up the criteria for scoring a test is meant to increase its letter A, objectivity, letter B, reliability, letter C, validity, or letter D, usability. What is our choice? Okay, ano kaya yung inyong choice for number 10? Number 10, when you set up the criteria for scoring, when you have your rubrics, di ba? When you have your scoring guide, what then? No? What does it increase? When you have your criteria for judging, what does it increase? Okay, I see letter A is tumpakya ang letter A. For number 10, you are saying objectivity. Objectivity. And ang tumpak na choice po natin dito, bakit tayo may rubrics? Bakit tayo may scoring guide? So that our checking would become objective. Tama po yung objective. When you say objectivity, that means wala kang bias, no? Wala kang kinikilingan. Serbisyong totoo lamang, di ba? No bias. And so, sabi nga natin, the best way or the right way for you to check the essays of your students would be to cover the names, di ba? Dapat po nakatakip na tinatakpan nyo yung pangalan ng inyong estudyante para hindi nyo po nakikita, hindi nyo alam kung kaninong paper ba ito, no? Para walang bias. Now, you have to be objective. And so, you have to also have your scoring guide, your rubric, no, your criteria for judging para wala kang bias. Alright? Reliability, the showing of consistency of scores. So more or less, kahit na paulit-ulit mong ibigay sa isang estudyante yung test na to, more or less, the same yung score niya. No? That's reliability. Validity, the test should measure what it is supposed to measure. No? So dapat valid. Kung ano yung napag-aralan ng estudyante, dapat po yan yung lumalabas sa yan yung lumalabas sa test. No? Most of the time, the let is questioned for its validity, di ba? Kasi minsan, may mga items po na, or hindi naman minsan, no, kalimitan po, may mga items na wala sa TOS, di ba? So, saan lupalop nila kinuha yung item na to, di ba? So, sometimes the let would be questioned for its validity. And usability naman, this means that the test is easy to use. It is easy to use. It can be used easily. That would be letter D, usability. Okay, we go to question number 11. How can math concepts be learned and appreciated as lifelong learning by students? Letter A, drills on numbers and calculations. Letter B, apply formulas to abstract calculations. Letter C, apply concepts to concrete use. Or letter D, memorize actions and principles. Batiin ko lamang po. Good evening, Ma'am Meg. Thank God I was able to catch you on live. Still reminiscing the moment when I was one of your reviewees last March. Proud to be Team Baby Brunner. And now, enjoying my life as a full-time teacher in a public school. And proudly, I say, I am now a licensed professional teacher. Parang kailan lang po, pero because of you, ma'am, I was able to pass the LET after 3 attempts. TLE Tech Voc Laban. Movie marathon indeed is the key to get my license. Okay, that's coming from Ma'am Jonah Akala, isa sa ating mga LPTs, TLE Major. Okay, congratulations after 3 attempts. Of course, no, the right time has come for Ma'am Jonah to now become an LPT. And of course, we are very lucky and we are very lucky to have you as one of our team Brunner babies, no? And of course, we are very proud that now Ma'am Jonah is a licensed professional teacher now working in a public school. Congratulations po, Ma'am Jonah. And of course, continue sharing Gurong Pinoy. Okay, 11. I see letter C. Tama kaya ang letter C? For number 11? Tumpa kaya ang letter C for number 11? What do you think? Okay,